Good evening, dreamers, romantics, and everyone who believes that true love can survive the blinding lights of fame. Welcome back to Mr. Magazine, your sanctuary for the stories that matter, not just the headlines, but the heartbeats behind them. Tonight, we are not talking about a scandal. We are not talking about a breakup or a backstage feud. Tonight, we are talking about magic. We are talking about a moment so pure, so unexpected, and so undeniably powerful that it silenced a room full of cynicism and set the entire world talking. We are taking you to the front row of the most prestigious award ceremony of the year, where Halil İbrahim Ceyhan didn't just win a trophy, he won the night with a declaration that will echo for years to come. But before we unwrap this beautiful mystery together, I have a question for you. Do you believe that love needs words to be understood? If you are a true romantic, hit that subscribe button right now. Join our community of believers. And if you want to support heartfelt storytelling in a world of clickbait, please click the Join button to become an exclusive member of the Mr. Magazine family. Your support allows us to keep the romance alive. Don't forget to like this video to spread the love, and turn on notifications so you never miss a beat. Now, let us step onto the red carpet and relive a night that changed everything. Last night was not merely an event, it was a constellation of emotions, a gala where the atmosphere was charged with an electricity that transcended the usual glitz and glamour of the entertainment industry. The city's heart beat in rhythm with the flashing lights of the paparazzi as the creme de la creme of the acting world descended upon the venue. It was a sea of velvet tuxedos, haute couture gowns that shimmered like liquid starlight, and the polite, rehearsed smiles of celebrities accustomed to the public gaze. Yet, amidst this symphony of superficiality, there was an undercurrent of genuine anticipation. Everyone knew that Halil İbrahim Ceyhan was in the building. Everyone knew he was the undisputed favorite to take home the coveted Best Actor of the Year award. His performance in his latest series had been nothing short of a revelation, a masterclass in vulnerability and strength that had captivated audiences across the globe. But no one, absolutely no one, was prepared for the emotional earthquake that was about to strike. The script for these nights is usually written in stone, a polite wave, a generic speech thanking the producers, the agents, and the fans, and a swift exit stage left. Halil, however, decided to rewrite the script. When his name was finally announced, the auditorium erupted. The applause was thunderous, a testament to the respect he commands among his peers. As he rose from his seat, adjusting his jacket with that characteristic elegance that defines him, he looked every inch the movie star. But those of us watching closely, analyzing the micro-expressions that the cameras catch but the casual viewer might miss, saw something different. We saw a man who was not just happy about an award. We saw a man carrying a heavy, beautiful secret. His eyes betrayed a depth of emotion that hinted at a storm brewing beneath the calm surface. He ascended the steps to the microphone, the golden trophy gleaming in his hand, a symbol of professional validation. He began, as expected, with the formalities. He thanked his tireless team, the visionaries who produced the show, the directors who guided him, and the loyal army of fans who have stood by him through every twist and turn of his career. Up to this point, the speech was perfect, professional, and safe. It was the speech of a polished actor. But then, the atmosphere in the room shifted. It was a subtle change, like the air pressure dropping before a summer rain. Halil paused. He took a deep breath, his chest rising and falling visibly, as if he were gathering the courage to leap off a cliff. He looked out into the blinding lights, his gaze piercing through the camera lenses, reaching out across the miles, searching for a specific pair of eyes he knew were watching from afar. It was in this suspended moment of silence that he uttered the words that have since set social media ablaze, the words that turned a standard acceptance speech into a historic declaration of love. With a voice that was soft, unwavering, and laced with profound tenderness, he said, "This award isn't just mine. It also belongs to the person who taught me that love doesn't need words to be understood, to that person who, even though far away, remains the strongest beat of my heart. You know who you are, and this is for us." I have to stop here for just a second because I am getting chills just recounting this. The strongest beat of my heart. Ladies and gentlemen, that is poetry. I want to ask you, the romantic souls of the Mr. Magazine community. Have you ever had a connection with someone so strong that you didn't need words? A connection where silence was a language of its own? I want to read your love stories in the comments below. Share your experiences with us. And while you are down there pouring your heart out, remember that engaging with this video helps us reach other romantics who need to hear this story. If you are loving this deep dive into Halil's heart, consider checking out our membership perks via the Join button. We have some special badges for our true romantic fans. Let us dissect the magnitude of this statement. In an industry where relationships are often treated as PR stunts or transactional arrangements, this was a moment of raw, unadulterated vulnerability. Halil İbrahim Ceyhan stood before millions of viewers and bared his soul. The silence that fell over the auditorium following his words was deafening. It was followed by a collective murmur, a ripple of realization that spread through the crowd like a wave. Who was he referring to? He didn't say a name. He didn't need to. In the court of public opinion, and in the hearts of those who have followed his journey, all roads, all clues, and all intuition pointed to one singular muse, Sıla Türkoğlu. The saga of Halil and Sıla is one of the most captivating narratives of recent times. It is a story filled with the classic tropes of a great romance novel: intense passion, undeniable chemistry, periods of painful separation, and secret reunions that fuel the gossip mills. Despite their ups and downs, despite the physical distance that currently separates their career paths, the connection between them has always been the elephant in the room, undeniable, potent, and magnetic. This public declaration feels like the final piece of the puzzle, a confirmation that despite everything the critics and the skeptics have said, the flame between them is not only alive but burning brighter than ever. Sources close to the actor have since revealed to us exclusively that Halil was incredibly nervous before taking the stage. And it wasn't stage fright. It was the weight of the truth he was about to speak. A close confidant told Mr. Magazine he knew it was a risk. He knew that by saying those words, everyone would start speculating. He knew the headlines that would follow. But Halil is a man who follows his heart above all else. He told me before the gala, "I no longer want to hide how grateful I am to her. She is my muse, and she deserves to know it in front of the world." These are the actions of a man who has transcended the fear of judgment. He placed his vulnerability on a pedestal, prioritizing his truth over his privacy. But a declaration is only half a conversation. How did the recipient of this message react? Although Sıla Türkoğlu was not physically present in the ballroom due to professional commitments in another city, we know with certainty that she was watching. We can only imagine the scene: Sıla, perhaps alone in a quiet room, the glow of the television illuminating her face, listening to the man she shares a history with dedicate his greatest professional triumph to their personal bond. The rumor circulating in the industry suggests she was moved to tears. And why wouldn't she be? To be called the strongest beat of someone's heart in front of the world is a compliment of the highest order. Her public response, however, was masterfully subtle, a secret code that speaks volumes to those who know how to listen. Immediately after the speech concluded, Sıla posted a story on her social media. It was a black background, stark and simple, adorned with nothing but a single white heart emoji. No text, no tags, no explanations. Just a white heart. In the language of the digital age, this was a shout from the rooftops. It was an acknowledgement, a receipt of the message, and a return of the sentiment. It was a quiet "I heard you, and I am with you." It is fascinating to witness how they communicate in this layer of subtext, creating a private intimacy within a public forum. Let's analyze the specific phrase Halil chose: "Love doesn't need words to be understood." This is not a random collection of words, it is a callback. It is a reference to the deep complicity they have always shared on and off the screen. In numerous past interviews, during the golden era of their partnership, both Halil and Sıla have mentioned how they could communicate with just a look. Halil has been quoted saying, "With her, silence is comfortable, it's a language of its own." By invoking this specific concept in his acceptance speech, he was actively reminding the world, and her, of the foundation of their relationship. He was taking us back to those moments on set where the chemistry was so palpable it felt like a third character in the scene. Furthermore, the phrase "even though we're far apart" addresses the elephant in the room, the physical distance. It is a candid admission that they are not currently in the same physical space, perhaps acknowledging the career demands that have pulled them in different directions. But by following it with "she remains the strongest beat of my heart," he is nullifying the distance. He is saying that geography is irrelevant when the soul is connected. It is a declaration of loyalty and unconditional love that is incredibly rare in the fickle world of fame, where out of sight, out of mind is often the operating principle. The fan reaction has been nothing short of a digital explosion. Since the moment the words left his lips, the names Halil and Sıla have been trending globally. The comment sections are a testament to the power of their story. "We knew he loved her. This is definitive proof they'll get back together. Halil is a true gentleman." These are just a fraction of the thousands of messages flooding the internet. People are starving for true love stories. In a world of cynical dating apps and fleeting flings, the narrative of Halil and Sıla offers something timeless: passion, obstacles, enduring affection, and the courage to fight for it. Some are calling this speech the first step toward an official reconciliation, a public olive branch that could lead to a new chapter. We also cannot overlook the reaction of the immediate audience, his colleagues. The cameras, in their sweeping shots of the room, captured the knowing smiles of other actors. In the tight-knit community of the Turkish entertainment industry, secrets are hard to keep. It seemed that everyone in that room was in on the open secret. They knew exactly who those words were for. Their smiles were not of surprise, but of validation. It was as if the industry itself was rooting for them. When Halil stepped off the stage, the press swarmed him, hungry for a name, a confirmation, a soundbite. But Halil, maintaining the dignity and mystery of the moment, simply smiled that enigmatic smile and said, "What I said came from the heart. Whoever needed to understand, understood." It was the perfect response. To explain it would be to dilute it. To name her would be to invite the tabloids into a sacred space. By keeping it vague yet specific, he protected the intimacy of the message while still sharing the emotion with the world. His face, however, told the real story. He radiated a lightness, a happiness we haven't seen in him for a long time. It was the look of a man who has unburdened himself. This event marks a definitive turning point. We have moved past the realm of speculation and rumors into the territory of public declaration. Halil İbrahim Ceyhan has shown that he is indifferent to the opinions of critics. His only allegiance is to his own truth and to the woman who holds his heart. Sıla's discreet but powerful response suggests that the message was received with the love intended. Perhaps, just perhaps, this is the prologue to a new beginning for them. A chapter where they no longer have to hide, where the secret code can be replaced by open affection. Whatever the future holds for Halil and Sıla, one thing is certain: last night, love won. And here at Mr. Magazine, we will be watching, waiting, and hoping right alongside you. We will be the first to tell you when the next chapter is written. Thank you for joining us for this special report on a night of magic. If this story touched your heart, please subscribe and become part of our family. Your support means everything. And don't forget the join button for exclusive access. Until next time, keep believing in love, keep your hearts open, and keep watching Mr. Magazine. Goodbye.